O sea, cuando estabas ahí te preguntaron si lo querías hacer.
Sí, yo dije que no.
Maria takes us to a cafe owned by a friend of hers. Ali's brother, Khalid, is also there.
I'm a reporter. I went to this wedding a few weeks ago, and this wedding was arranged on the basis that this man, is he your brother? He looks like you. Your brother was going to marry Maria here. Now Maria, we've just told her this afternoon, and she's a bit upset.
Le hemos informado esta misma tarde.
How come your brother? How come your brother married Maria?
¿Cómo puede ser que se casó? He doesn't know.
You don't know. It seems to be a big connection to me. And how come she lost her passport, Maria loses her passport, and she ends up being used to marry your brother? How does that work? Big coincidence, isn't it?
Es una gran coincidencia.
Maria's missing passport was used to provide the identity for Ali's bride. In the eyes of the UK authorities, Maria's now married.
How do you feel about the fact that you, in British eyes, have married his brother?
Mal.
Bad.
And who do you blame, Maria?
¿A quién culpas de esto?
So Maria's having a tough time of it because she's just found out that she's married to your brother.
Khalid agrees to get Ali on the phone to answer our questions.
Show me the number, try and remember. Right, switched off.
The sham wedding has been a terrible revelation for Maria.
What do you think of Ali?
Que es un ser despreciable, porque también viene de fuera, igual que yo, que he venido muchos años de fuera, entonces que a trabajar, a buscarse la vida, ¿por qué me iba a hacer una maldad? Capaz quería ayudarme, no pensé que iba a hacerme esto, ¿sabes?
Maria believes she has been set up by Ali. The offer of work was just to get her to London in the hope she would take part in a sham wedding. But when she said no, Ali took her passport and used it to apply for a certificate of approval.
These pictures, they're all of, great time, everybody having fun, completely fake, absolute sham. There's no truth to it, the documents don't marry up, and the actual lady who was supposed to be part of all this, we've just left her crying. So, that's what sham marriage is all about really, it's about victims and about breaking the law.
The next morning, Maria reported her unwanted marriage to the Spanish police. Now all that's left is for us to try and find Ali. Our investigation has so far taken us across Europe and to some very sinister places here in the UK.
Sham marriage may seem like a victimless crime, but I've discovered that when there's so much at stake, whether it be money or a visa, then people are prepared to go to desperate lengths. And there are as many losers as there are winners.
At £600 a time for his wedding service, our solicitor Nazakat Ali is certainly one of the winners. We want to see whether or not he'll prepare the paperwork for our bogus undercover groom. But last time our bride asked too many questions, so he summoned us back to a special meeting in private.
ਅਸੀਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਯਾਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਂ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਲੈਣ ਦੀ
ਕੁਝ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ ਭਾਜਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਦਾਮਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਫਾਰਕ ਕਰੋ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੂੰਹ ਖੁੱਲ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇਹ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਅੱਛਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋਰ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲੈ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵਕੀਲ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਡਰਾਮਾ ਹੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੋਏ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸ ਜਾਈਏ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਦੋਏ ਉਹਦੀ ਗੋਰੀ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦੇ ਕਲੇ ਹੀ ਗੋਰੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਲੈਕਮੇਲ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਇਆ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਰਾ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਕੰਮ
So it's back on. We've been given a second chance by Mr. Ali. And just a few days later, we're back again with a completely different bride who's been told to keep quiet. The application will require our undercover team to hand over their passports to Mr. Ali. As we don't want to do this, we'll see whether Ali is prepared to start the application process by opening a file and whether he'll take our money. If he does that, he's clearly happy to be part of a sham wedding.
ठीक ठाक ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਲੈਣ ਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਲੈਣ ਦੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਖੜੇ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਸਮਝਾਤਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਫਾਈਨ
ਕਰਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ
ਹਾਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਲੈ ਆਵਾਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ
ਅੱਛਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਭੇਜਣਾ ਪੜਦਾ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਬਸ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
ਮਰ ਜਾ ਹੈਲੋ ਹੈਲੋ ਕਹਿ ਦਿਓ ਵੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਯਕੀਨ ਹੋਵੇ ਵਕੀਲ
ਹਾਂ ਲੈ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ
ਅੱਛਾ ਮਰ ਜਾ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ
So Mr. Ali meets our second prospective bride in just 6 days.
ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਜੀ Romanian.
You have an ID card or a passport?
I have, but not with me.
Okay, we need one. We need either your ID card or your passport.
Yeah.
And 4 pictures for yourself.
Okay.
ठीक है. Good. तुझे 2 मिनट बाहर बैठो ये लड़का तुम्हें मिलेगा फाइल.
Thank you.
Gonna wait for about 5 minutes and we'll see you now. Open the file and get it moving. Yeah.
Thank you ji. Thank you ji very much. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Okay.
Once again, an unwitting clerk begins to take our bogus couple's details.
I just need you both, if you could sign here, to say that this is a genuine, to say that this is a genuine relationship.
तुम इतने sign कर.
And if you can sign there for me as well. So let me open the file. Din support happy?
हाँ. देखा फाइल खोल के दे रहा हूँ. बधाइयाँ.
Give file number 6217.
The file is opened. We have a file number and our money has been taken. Nazakat Ali has shown he is prepared to apply for a certificate clearly bogus. So Mr. Ali is prepared to break the law. In a statement, Nazakat Ali told us that he believed the marriage presented to him was genuine and he would never take on such a case if he suspected it was false. He also said accepting £300 and opening a file did not mean he was prepared to submit an application. He would have satisfied himself it was true before doing so. We've shown how easy it is to make a bogus application, but even this flimsy protection will be gone next month because of the legal ruling against certificates of approval. We want to know what the Home Office will replace them with.
Certificates of approval won't be replaced in the same way because they're illegal. What is replacing them is effective enforcement and education of registrars and the clergy.
The system that I've seen is a bit of a shambles. It doesn't work. And what you've said to me is only that there'll be more education and actually people just kind of working harder at enforcement.
That is the way to make it clear to the criminal gangs behind the sham marriages that they will get caught. And we've, in the last few months, arrested 155 of them. That's the kind of thing that sends a message to the underworld.
So the system in the future to prevent sham marriages will be to allow people to get married and then try and catch them later.
As soon as anyone is suspicious at any stage of the process that a sham marriage is being committed, then we will get that report to the UK Border Agency and we will investigate.
So no replacement for the certificates of approval and more pressure on the UK Border Agency at a time when their funding is being cut by 20%. So what about those who break the law? I want to know what the man who stole Maria's identity for his own sham wedding, Ghazanfar Ali, has got to say.
We spent a couple of days waiting for Ali. It's obviously really important that we get his side of what's happened, so we know where he lives. We'll go and knock on his door. Hi, just open the door. I'm just going to number 15. Could you open the door? Hi, is Mr. Ali there, please?
Sorry?
Mr. Ali?
Sorry?
I'm from the BBC. I'm a reporter. I work for Panorama. I'm looking for Mr. Ali.
Actually, if available here.
It's just we've seen him coming in and out of here, so.
No,
So he's moved out?
yeah, move from here.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye. So Ali is not in, or if he is, he doesn't want to talk to me. Now his flatmate says he cleared off about 2-3 weeks ago with all his bags, and that might make sense. He would probably know now that we were looking for him after we tracked down his brother in Mallorca.
But if Ali is around, I want to find him, so I check the 2 restaurants he's been running.
No, thank you. No Ali there. This place here he runs as well, apparently, or manages. Again, never heard of him. Never heard of Ali. But we understand that he runs these 2 places, but they're all new in there. It's amazing that. They've all just started in the last few weeks, so they don't know Ali and they don't know about his wedding. Ali is not here anymore.
It's frustrating, but not surprising, that Ali is not around to be held to account for his actions. In Coventry, Peter, the man who sells prostitutes as bogus brides, was definitely still active, and we want some answers from him.
Hi, Peter. I'm from BBC Panorama. We were doing an investigation into sham marriages, and you offered to rent this lady to us so we could arrange a sham marriage.
No.
Is that you did? I met you. Do you remember I was the photographer, Barney?
No.
Is that what you do then? Do you trade in desperate people? You do. I'll tell you, I can be even more helpful. We took some pictures in the snow, and I was. Do you remember me? I took some pictures of you, and you were very good. You sort of directed me. Have you done this a lot then, sham marriages, Peter? Is that something that you do? What do you think about the sham marriages? The fact that you were rented out. Do you remember the man that you went to the park in the snow?
No.
Peter, you're sort of trading in people who are very, very desperate to stay in the country, people who are desperate and to work for you. And what about the women? How much choice do the women have, Peter? There's going to be a lot of money for this woman here to pretend to be married to the man that we provided. Do you remember that, Peter? And when you directed me, Peter, you'd done it before. Is that a lucrative business for you? What do you think the authorities will make of what you've done, Peter? It's against the law. It's abusing not just the people you use, but those who turn to you. I don't think Peter wants to talk. Peter didn't want to talk to us, but he should talk to somebody. He should talk and explain what he does. He trades in people's lives. He rents out some people so desperate people can try and break the law and stay in the country. It's right that we put questions to him, and maybe he should face a few more.
The marriage of Ali and Maria was reported as sham, and as far as we know, is still being investigated by the border agency. And Maria, whose passport was stolen so the wedding could go ahead, has been told by Spanish police that it's for the authorities in the UK to investigate the crime. No happy endings and no end in sight for fake weddings and the criminals who profit from them.